Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 15 of Timberborn, Overflow Outpost. In the time between episode 14 and now, I have made some substantial changes. One of which was this here. So you can see that this level is now 5 off the ground. So these 2, 4, 5 is the overhang. Whereas before it was only 4, and then this was on the ground, and as you can see now, it's raised. So that's because I think it was this one, which only had a depth of 4, which was an issue because this being as high as it is, would have needed a depth of 6 to actually pump water into this. So yeah, this got raised. Oh no, I think it was this one that had the depth of 4. Yeah. So then everything else got raised. But yeah, anyways, point being, it was not usable. I watched during the first cycle that this was actually up and running. And this portion filled, and then this portion filled, and then this didn't. And I was just so confused. And then I actually looked at everything and realized that I had made a mistake. But anyways, this also looks a little bit different here. It was just 1 wide here. However, I changed it to 2, of course, as you can see. That was just because over in this area, it would flood and water would spill over into here. So now just giving that 1 extra block, it no longer floods. So yeah, anyways, that's the only really big difference I made, other than, of course, raising 1 level. Yeah, this is the only difference from the original plan that we laid out in episode 14. But anyways, some other minor changes. I added these 2 dams here, as I mentioned I would, in episode 14. But I did also put a sluice here. Which is just because we don't have any aquatic farms here, so I didn't think there was really a point in having water here filling this. So yeah, I just put a sluice in here, and then it keeps this reservoir down here. It keeps it full for pretty much the whole cycle. I mean, as you can see, we're at the tail end of I think this was a 25-ish day bad tide, and as you can see, we're still pretty full. So yeah, I mean, I think it's working pretty well. Also, let's see, this is all built. And I did end up fitting this in here and then tunneling all the way out. So if I come down here, there's sluices here, which are set to close below contamination. So those are there keeping this full of water during the temperate cycle. And then we come all the way over here and notice that this lower reservoir fills so incredibly quickly. It'll be full on day 1. So that's what we're going to do in this episode, is build the aqueduct and all of the pumps and everything to get water from here up into this reservoir. Now, this reservoir, you're probably noticing that the gravity batteries are no longer here, and that we are actually 2 levels higher than what we ended with in episode 14. And I did also add some dams here. Now, this is because I had an idea. And what I want to do, which is the reason I put a path in here and removed the power shafts, I want to build like an aqueduct that goes along here and over into this area, and have it probably connect into this one. I don't think it needs to come all the way over here. But anyways, to have this take water from this when this is full, so that we can fill all of this, because then I had an idea, which was once this is full, obviously this one fills, and then this one fills this one. What I want to do is once this is full, probably build an aqueduct bringing the water back from this one all the way down here and back into this reservoir. Just so that we can hopefully have water in here and then bring it all the way around, and then once this gets full, then have it come all the way back around down, so that it can either be collected via the pumps or brought back through if it needs to go back up. So we'll see how that works. I did also delete everything that was here. I deleted all of these pumps and the whole, pipe thing that we had here, because I just couldn't really figure out a way that I liked to have all of the pumps here, to bring water over to get the full strength, because this is a 1 and we only had one pump, so it would have been taking out 0.25. But anyways, so my thought was this level here and this level is actually the same. So what I could do is tunnel out and bring the water over here to where this level is the same, and have a aqueduct come along this way, through here, and then take this wall out so that this gets filled with this, and then take all this out and have dams here so that the dams fill this one, to which it then gets sucked out into this one, which brings me to this area. And what I intended to do in the last episode was, you know what, let me pause here. Or I guess let's wait for the morning and then we'll pause, because I know it's always easier to see things during the morning, or during the daylight. I think the nighttime is just somewhat difficult to see things sometimes, so we'll just give it another second. Sun should be rising, hopefully momentarily. There it is. Okay, so now we can pause. So what I want to do here, I want to have 3 1x6s times 2. Anyways, I want to have something come along like this, because then with this, we can have the 2 pumps here, or the 4 pumps, 2 on each, and then of course with the impermeable floors, right, to have this then fill into here, because now we've got the 4 that we need, because if we think about it, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and possibly 4 sources feeding this lower aqueduct, or this lower reservoir, right? So definitely going to need to be making changes to the terrain in this area, because like I was mentioning before, this fills up during the first day. So yeah, this needs to be a lot deeper, to hold more water, because, oh, I was wrong. It's not. Wait, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because this one comes out into here. Yeah, which reminds me, I think I closed these. Oh no, I set them back. Okay. I had closed these because this was flooding. It floods within 2 days, or 3 days. Yeah, so it's a lot of water that gets put in here. So anyways, a lot of water that we need to take out from here. So with that, I'm going to get the game rolling so that we can start building all of this. I do also want to start getting some of the gravity batteries put in. So I'm just going to lay out all of the platforms. And what I actually want to do, because we need a lot of power to build all of this. That's too high. That's not what I want. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we need a lot of power to power even the current pumps that we have. So adding who knows how many more, at least 4 here, probably another 8 to 12 here, depending on how deep we can get all of this, yeah, we're going to need a lot of power. So what I want to do also is put the large windmills here, which I know they don't produce power 100% of the time, but my intention, of course, with the gravity batteries is that we produce the power when we're not needing it and then consume it when we need it. And then, of course, they'll the windmills will produce power, off and on. So whenever they produce, we'll be fine. I do also now have 6,400 planks. So yeah, I've just built so many plank storages, because there was actually a lot of planks in here, and it took forever to collect all of these. So yeah, yeah, we had a lot. We needed a lot. But anyways, I can actually pause these couple now. And also during this whole time, we did also, how many times can I say also? Collect all of the scrap metal that was here, that we did that a while ago. Everything that was here, all of, let's see, where else? All of that we did in the last episode. But yeah, anyways, so all of the scrap metal except for these two columns here, or four, excuse me, have been collected. So there's no more scrap metal on the map other than this little bit here. Which is why we currently don't have any, but now there's the one. And I only have this one smelter running. So I knew that the one scavenger here wasn't going to fill the need of all 5, so we have those turned off. And I do have this one wood workshop running, because at one point, I had quite a few extra beavers, but now, of course, we're in a deficit. So, yeah, anyways. Okay, so I think that was all of the changes that I made. I did delete all of this that was here as well, because I have another idea for this, which I'm fairly excited for. No, okay. Yeah, so what I was thinking about doing is, since we're going to have so much water filling this, I have a feeling that this is going to be filling a lot faster. Of course, that's a given. But my issue is these only produce up to 0.7, right? So, that's another thing. In, I think, the first or second video, I mentioned that these, the water seeps produce up to 0.8, of height, of depth. And I was wrong. They only produce up to 0.7. So yeah, anyways, these only produce up to 0.7. So what I'm thinking is we can have this source come in through the pipe that we have here and fill this reservoir when it's low. So like now would be a fantastic opportunity to have it going, right? But once this gets filled, since it'll be filled from this and of course the pumps, I was thinking we could have the clean water come out this way, come along here with an aqueduct, and dump into this this reservoir, little pond here, because then this, of course, comes down into here, and then it all fills up. So what I did also want to do, cycle 82, so I need to unpause the bad water pumps. This, I think, is another thing that I did. I don't think I mentioned this in episode 14, but I doubled the quantity of bad water pumps here in hopes that it would clean the bad water a little bit quicker than it does, but it really doesn't. So anyways, so we don't really have any builders at the moment. I mean, we've got very few. So that was another thing I wanted to do. I want to increase population. So we're going to do that. Somebody in the comments a few episodes ago mentioned bots, and I don't think I want to do bots just yet. Maybe once we get everything totally built, like all of this, and we don't have to worry about supply chains until the only thing that we do worry about is bots. I think that's when we start bots. I don't think we're producing enough now, especially with what we're going to be consuming, that bots would even work. So, although I guess luckily this is the folktales, so the bots wouldn't be charging, which is fantastic because we have no power. We are in, let's see what our percentage deficit is here, 16%. Yeah, so we are 84% deficit of power, 83. So, yeah, very glad that we are not reliant on the iron teeth bots, and we have, you know, charged or fueled bots. But anyways, so let's see. Having this also come along here would help tremendously with this filling. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, look. See, here we are, day 2. This is filled up a block and a half. So, not even all the way through day 2. And we're already a block and a half, and this is only 3 blocks tall. 3 blocks. Yeah, 3 blocks tall. You know, so it's just like, we've got, this fills up quick. So we need to get all of this water out of here as quickly as possible. Which is another thing that I wanted to do. I think I want to raise this. Which I thought was going to be a little bit difficult because I don't want to have to rebuild the aqueduct here. But past me put this in. This is a little step down, which would be fantastic because with this, I could increase the level of this, which means I could increase this by 1 level. So then the only thing that I would have to worry about is this bad water source, you know, contaminating any sort of the water that's in here. But luckily we have this already, which I intended to do, but then we had bad tide, which of course we have a bad tide now, as you just saw. So I can't really delete these 2 levees, because then if I do, then this will start producing bad water and contaminating everything here, which of course we don't want to do. So, you know, all the things. But yeah, so this would need to be covered and sealed with overhangs and the impermeable floors. So yeah, that's another thing that would need to happen also. So I'm not 100% sure that I want to do this just yet. Depending on how well we can get water out of here, I think will be the deciding factor of if we raise this or not. Because I thought about raising this before and elected not to, because it would have been this entire thing. But I guess now what I could just do instead of raising all of this is just continue this wall across. Oh, it's kind of a shame that these don't match up. But anyways, I could just bring this straight across here instead of having to remove all of this and, you know, fix how this is arranged, right? So that was the reason that we didn't do it before, but I think if we just continue this wall along, like I was saying, then that would be the easiest option. So yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But anyways, I want to get this lodge built, so we'll get that prioritized, although I don't think we have builders at all. Oh no, we've got 4 and 6. Awesome. Okay, all right, well, we've got enough beavers. Oh, and they're already building this. Even better. Okay, so maybe because I don't want to have more than really 15 baby beavers, I'm going to pause one of these. And then we'll pause that one too. Yeah. Okay, so that's fine. I do also want to, I think, move all of the housing somewhere other than here. Maybe in this area. We'll see. I don't know. It's just a thought right now. I don't have any ideas to where I want this to go, but, you know, anyways, we'll cross the bridge when we get there. So let's see. They're going to need a way to get up here. So I'm going to have to delete, you know what? Let's just delete the pumps. That's going to be the easiest option. So this needs to come up. That, and we'll do a double. And then have this. There we go. Okay, so now that's all good. Right, so we're going to need a way to get power up here. Which means I need to delete that one. And we'll put platforms in here. So I'm actually just going to delete this entire pathing that I just put in. So we'll have this here, right, and do one like that. So then, let's see, or I guess I do have the powered levees. So I could get rid of this one. and have those come up because I want to have as much space for gravity batteries as possible. So that would have to start there, right? And then we'll get the rest of these in. Oh, I did not miss putting all of these in. I wish I could click and drag everything, because it's like this, placing each one individually is kind of annoying, because then I do stupid things like that. And our bad tide has started. Okay, so it's 23 days. Not bad. Not bad at all. Right, so get all of these put in, and then I'll probably deprioritize them so that they don't work on them, because I want to work on everything else. Oh, see now this. And here we go again, putting all of these in for the now third time, because there was a space at the end there. Or did I just mess that up? Wait a minute. What was I thinking? Hold on. Wait a second. Let me get all of these put back in here. Because I want to see if I just saw that and immediately brain farted. No. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Anyways, so yeah, this one space that we have at the end is going to be perfect for bringing the power up here, to bring to the pumps. So then we'll have the power, yeah, run along here and then along this. So that means I'll need to bring the beavers up here instead of this, so that we can have the double highs, or the two high platforms, double platforms. I'm just making up words here. Right. So yeah, that should work. Yeah, because then power will run. Yeah, perfect. Okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll leave that and we'll let all of this get built. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. Did this produce water at all? I don't think it did. But I mean, realistically, there's no point in having these here now because they will be pumping for the next 21 days. So we're just going to pause all that. Yeah, no point in having those there. Okay, but in order to get all of this put in, what I need to do, I'm going to delete all of this, right? And then we'll bring a ladder down. Have everybody collect all of this. Right, which means we need to come over here and get rid of these. I think they're natural dams. Oh, no, they're blockages. Okay, so get rid of all of these blockages. Perfect. Preferably sooner. Yeah, we'll do that. And then the ladder quickly as well. Awesome. Okay, so coming over here, I did want to do all of this, even though we have the resources to do it. We don't have the beavers to actually build them with any sort of expediency. So, yeah, I'm not going to have that. You know, they're going to be working on this forever with the quantity of builders that we have. So it's just not worth having that in there. This log storage, I don't necessarily want to get rid of the storage. I do, however, want to change it from storage, or from logs to probably treated planks, I think. Because we're going to need to be producing treated planks a lot quicker than we are. Because, of course, the mines that we'll have 3 of consume treated planks. So we have to be able to produce them faster than we consume them, or else we'll just never we'll never have any more than what we need. So yeah, that can't happen. But anyways, I do want to get this ladder put in. I'm gonna get those collected also. And looks like they are doing these. Perfect. Those logs did all get collected. Fantastic. Okay, so let's get this put in here. And I think what I want to do is we'll just delete this for now so that they don't come and build this just yet. Because I don't really know how I want this to look. So maybe we come along here. That's kind of a lot, though. Yeah, I have a feeling. Yeah, that's way too many. Okay, so we can have this come along. Probably like this is fine. I don't love this. Maybe like that instead. Yeah, I think that's a lot better. Okay, so we'll do that. Get rid of all that. And then get all this in here. Okay, so yeah, that's... I don't love this, but it's fine. Okay, so then we'll get this connected in here. There we go. Get this reconnected. There it is. We'll delete that path because this isn't going to be needed any longer. Right. So then I also need to, and I know this is going to make some of you mad, but tunnel this in. Tunnel this through. Right? Because I want to have this over here so that all of the bad water comes out and then floods out this way, right? So I want it to be after this sort of filtered portion. So maybe we do like this and have this come out and down here. And then we'll have a sluice here that only lets the clean water in. So that means this tunnel needs to be paused so that they only do it once we're done. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so now I don't really have anything to fill this with, which I guess it doesn't really have to be filled. Yeah, so maybe it's just not filled. That's fine. This is not exactly what I had planned for that ladder, but that's fine. So we'll get those two put in. And these platforms. I'm gonna pause this levee. Just for now, because I know that that's just gonna be a recipe for stranded beavers, and I don't really want to deal with that. So we'll pause this, let them build everything else, and then put this levee in once they're able to walk across. And then, yeah, that'll be... I guess that won't be a recipe for stranded beavers. Now, what we do need to do is get building with this, right? So, let's see. If I put this in here to see just how long this pipe reaches. And then we'll pause it, right? So water needs to come up to... Let's see, if we do a triple and then an overhang. Yeah, that's where it needs to be. Okay, and that's actually... Wait a second here. No, not far enough. Okay, so yeah, this does need to come over one more. So I'm going to do a double right there. Okay, and then triples need to be here. Doubles need to be along this. Okay, and then the sixes there. Awesome. Okay, so this will then be, what am I doing? Impermeable floors. Right, and then like this. Are they? Yeah, they should be able to build that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to delete that just because I don't want them to do it, even though it was paused. So they wouldn't have done it anyways. But anyways, let's see. Let's get this done so that we can get over and get all of this done. Right. Okay, so they're doing all of those. I'm going to end up needing a way to get up here. To get this connected to that, or I could just bring it along and connect them on that side. That's probably going to be the easiest way. Yeah, to just connect it on that side. Yeah, okay. All right, that's fine. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb here because apparently it's not. There it is. Okay, so what I do want to do over on this side, though, I want to get rid of these stairs, actually, and collect all that because that's not needed anymore. Get rid of this path. Hopefully they come and do this right now. Yeah, there they are. Okay, one more, and then we'll delete the rest of this. Is that the last guy? Yes. Okay, so we'll get rid of this. Awesome. Get that collected because I don't really need them working on this with any sort of expedience. So we'll do this here. And just bring this across. Right, so this needs to be 6s. Right, like this and... Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so let's see. Let's just bring this side in by 1. So that's that, and then that's too short. So that needs to be like this, and then the 6s reach. Perfect. Okay, but that's not the right level. Or is it? No, it's not. It's not. Can't delete those. Okay, so these need to be higher, right? And then this is going to need to be like that. Okay, so then we can do the doubles like that. Awesome. Doubles along here. And then we'll just have this come like this. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so this will then be all like this. Okay. And there's that. Then this needs impermeable floors. All through this. Okay. All right, let's come over, check on these. This is going good enough. I do want to high prioritize this levy because we took this one out, so it's no longer as high in the build queue. So we'll just give it a little bit of priority so that they actually do this. And I think I want them to build this as well a little bit quicker than they are, but we'll see. That's fine. Okay, so I guess we can actually now build this one, right? Except it's the wrong way. Yeah. Okay, so this, let's see, your depth is 5. Okay, so that works perfectly. This, however, is not going to work perfectly. I don't think this is wide enough. No, it's not. Okay, because we can't have 2 going in and 4 going out, because that's not going to keep up. So, let's see, we're going to have to do another one of these here. Right, so let's see, let's get our overhangs in here with these 3, and then this. Okay, impermeable floors. Like that. Okay. That works. Actually, I'm not gonna have them put that in because I think it might be easier to put stairs to get down here. Not there. Okay, and then this is of course going to need a ladder to get down as well, so that they can build everything down there. I forgot to put that second level. Actually, these should probably be on the outside, so that we can still build the pumps. So yeah, what am I doing? Let's see here. Let's do this, right? Get all this in. We'll just do that, because that should hopefully ensure that they're able to build all of that. But we'll see. These platforms are coming in quite nicely. I do want to start putting in the power shafts, right? Because you can only put these... you know what? We're going to unlock it anyways. So, like this, but we can't put them next to each other. They have to be 2 apart. So, we'll just get this going. Not like that. Or that. Okay, this is going to take a while. Okay. Almost done, hopefully. This is one of those things you just gotta tell yourself you're almost done, because then it's better when you're almost done. Okay, so skip that one, and then we'll do that. This is gonna be interesting, right? So I wanted to have this come across, and then we can have the power. We can probably change this to come straight up, right? Because power... Oh, that works so much better. Power will come straight through impermeable floor. So we could have power run in the middle here. Yeah, and then come up along here. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. This, however, cannot be here, nor any of that. So we'll come and collect all that. This has to be a platform so that water can actually go through it, because, you know, water can't go through levees. And then we'll get that path reconnected there. So that's... Those 2 are now prioritized. Perfect. Okay, so... going to have power shaft here. Where is the closest that we can put that one? Okay, so not going to be able to put one there. Yeah. Okay, so that's it then. Or maybe should we just do... Let's just do without. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, so then this is going to have to come up here and we'll connect. Right, and then this will come all the way over here. Let's see, so it's that one that I don't want to put in. There we go. I don't think I need power run across that, but this might look a little bit better than this, because I'm not in love with how this looks, but this I think looks a lot better. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. I'm going to keep this levee here just until all of this is done, because I don't want water wasted, but let's see. Thank you, autosave lag. This can be like that, so I'm going to have to bring a ladder up here so they can build this power shaft on top. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to unpause one of these houses also, so we can get a couple more beavers. Okay, so going to need to put 2 ladders, really, here to get up to this one. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get all of that prioritized just so that it gets done now. I probably should also unpause the um lumber mills. That would be a good idea. But then that would take away from our builders. So maybe not. Um, yeah, maybe I don't want to do that. Yeah, because we're going to be using a lot of planks, especially in the gravity batteries. With the 40 that they each take. So yeah, maybe not that. Let's see. Is this going to need... So, hold on. Let's see here. I can actually leave these pumps in because they won't be walking through this. Right? So, oh, am I going to have to replace some of these with levees? Yes, I am. Oh, that's unfortunate because they've already started building that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, all of that has to be deleted and replaced with levees. Ugh. Okay. All right. There we go. So, come and get these collected now. And I'm going to set this actually to a lower priority because I don't need this built with any sort of expedience. Oh, and that's already built. Awesome. Okay. Get rid of this. Collect those. I guess they can really start working on that, but it's not super necessary. Anyways, these need paths also, so I'm going to do this now while I'm thinking about it. There we go. I guess I could have just left this because then they would have been up here anyways, but that's a long walk for just a couple of things. Yeah, anyways, so let's see here. Yeah, this is going to take a lot more planks than what we have. So this absolutely needs to be turned back on. So since we're not really using gears though, I can pause. We'll just pause one of them for now. And we'll wait until we can get that third triple lodge put in, and then we'll start unpausing the lumber mills. So let's see here. That's all put in. I guess they could start putting the levees in for this, but I think it might be better if they start working on the power shafts. Yeah, that would probably be better. Because what are they building now? Doesn't look like they're doing much. They're carrying logs. What are they? Oh, they're building this. Oh, okay, awesome. Well, that's fine. Yeah, and that works because this one's paused, which is good because we're still in that bad tide. So don't want to have any contaminated beavers, especially because we're not at the point yet, which is insane that we're at cycle 82 and we don't have any sort of way to heal a contaminated beaver. So that's probably something that we should start on. Yeah, that's definitely something we should start on. Yeah, and happiness, the well-being levels, those should absolutely be higher than 7 in cycle 82. Okay, all right. Well, anyways, let's get this going here. So this was, I don't even remember how tall this was. These were 3. Yeah, on the outer sides. Okay, so what? This can go back in here. Let's peel this back just a little bit actually so we can have a better view here. We'll do this. Right, and then get these in here with the impermeable floors. Like that. Awesome. Okay, so then we had these here. Okay. Get rid of those. Get the impermeables in. There we go. Okay, get these put in. I think it was just the inner ones that we could put in. Why did that not click? Okay. Right. So we also wanted to have those in with these. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay, so this is one thing I'm going to have to keep an eye on now that they've started this, is bringing paths along here. Okay. All right. So, oh wow, and they're starting to work on this. Oh, they're doing the turbines, which we can't do because we don't have paper. So let's get a paper mill unlocked, and put it in this one. We can do. Can't really put anything here. Let's just do it here. That's fine. Not the most ideal spot, but you know, it is what it is. And because they're not going to be working on this quickly, we'll just put a storage here for paper. It doesn't have to be a big one. But I do want this and this prioritized so that we can start working on this. And I guess since we've unlocked it, let's just get all of this put in also. Because the shafts should be in high enough build order that they do the shafts first. So let's get all of these put in. Awesome. Okay, so now that's all connected there, and we can see power comes along here. Which, oh, wait a second. That's not going to work the way I wanted it to work. Because then I was hoping to have the power come from here straight up into this and then through the impermeable floor, but that's not going to work at all because, yeah, the overhang comes over here. Okay, so I don't know what I was thinking with that, but yeah, that's not happening. So we'll wait until this is built to delete all of this, to then have this come up and over. So I guess I should have kept this out, but anyways, let's see. So where is... Wait a minute. Why is this not showing me? There it is. Okay, so it's that one. That goes... So then this goes there. Can put that path back in. But this one I wanted to delete here because this needs to be an upward to connect to all of that. And then it'll come up and join back with this. Right. Okay. So that works. That's okay. Okay. So I want to start on this aqueduct now, though. So what's gonna have to come here? This is gonna have to be along like this, right? And then maybe not like this though. Oh, wait, yes, like that. So then like this with those, like that. Yeah. Yeah, because then I can have this. Hopefully these aren't going to reach. But this should be the same level. Nope. Okay, so maybe not this upper level then. And I'm just going to delete this one so that they can walk through this and not worry about being stuck. Right, so this is going to have to be single dynamite. Let's see, where does this... here. Okay. So then this will be like this. Then we'll have the singles along here. These are going to be 5s. These will be 6s. Or just that one is a 6, I guess. Okay, so then this will be singles here. We'll have these be 3s. Awesome. So then this is going to have to be a little bit of a bridge to get across here. Although I guess we're not going to need access to this, right? Once that's all done. Yeah. Yeah, and they did end up building the shafts first, which is perfect. It's what we wanted to happen. Right. Okay. So with everything else being deprioritized, this should be what they work on next. Paper mill is in. Are we producing paper? Doesn't look like it just yet. Although I guess if we have, they would be in here. Yes, we are producing paper. Okay. Yeah, so those will start, whenever they start, not a huge deal. Right. So yeah, this is all gonna have to be quickly. Or I guess not really quickly, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's see. Let's get this in here, right? Because these are gonna have to be like that. Right. So then this is going to be where it gets a little bit interesting. Have this come up here, right? So this is going to have to be it's going to have to be one higher, right? And then we can do like this and hopefully have this be where the water comes into. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's see. These are too high. Yeah. Right, so that one goes, this is a 1, and then this is a 2, and then these will be 6s across. Awesome. Okay, so I do also want to replace some of these and this with dam pieces. So, yeah, that'll have to happen also. Right, okay, so that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, I guess all we have to do now is just continue this along. Right, bring this over. This should have been 2s. What am I thinking? Clearly I'm not thinking. Okay, so bring this over. Bring this over. This is where it's going to get a little bit interesting because this is going to have to be like that, which, oh, that does reach. Okay, awesome. All right, so this is going to have to be, what, 3 high, I think? Yeah, 3 high. And then this is going to have to be 2 high with the 6 over and then the 6 like that. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay, so then this is going to have to be, although probably higher. Yeah, okay, so wait a second here. Let's do 2s, right? This is going to have to be a, we'll do a double and a single. And then this comes over, these come over. Okay, so this is a lot higher than I was hoping it would turn out to be, but, it's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Right, so that just means that we're gonna have to have, although I guess before I say something, let's see. So 3 and 6 is 1. Yeah, 2 levels. 2 levels of pumps. So yeah, I wanna lower majority of this anyways. I don't know if it's worth lowering this any farther down. Right, because then we'll have to have, let's see, so we're gonna have levees come along this way, right? And then along the outside. Right. Okay. And then impermeables like this. Okay, so then we'll have 4 pumps, right? So it needs to be like this. And I totally forgot to unpause these. So they didn't get started early in the day, which is fine. Okay, so this looks like they've already started. Interesting, because there's still clearly bad water there, but whatevers. Whatevers. And this is filling up. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And this is already started. See, we're halfway into the first day, and this is already a third and rising. So yeah, this needs to get done quickly. Which unfortunately it's not going to be done any sort of quickly. But let's see. So power's gonna need to come up here, right? And then it'll come this way and over. So then we just won't do that one yet. This will come all the way over, and now it's connected to that. Awesome. So yeah, this is gonna be a lot of power that we need. Oh, but hey, the windmills are in. Oh, they're turbines now? When did that happen? Interesting. Okay, well, they're turbines now. Let's see. So let's get this guy unpaused here, and then we'll do all of these. Or at least, you know what, let's just do 4 for now. We'll just do 4. So I forgot to get this in. So yeah, they haven't been doing that, unfortunately. Okay, so yeah, that'll all get done hopefully quickly. Awesome. Yeah, and see, like, we're already over 1 block full. Okay. Okay. But this should be closed, yes, and this should also be closed, yes. Okay. Oh, those are clean. Okay, awesome. Goodbye. What about this one? Probably not. Yes. Oh, okay. All right. That's fantastic. Didn't wish it did that last time, but it didn't, so that's, interesting. So, but anyways, we needed a way to get down here. So, let's see. You know what? We can do the same thing that we did over on that side and get power run through here. So I'm going to give this a little bit of priority because they should be able to do that by standing there. Yeah. So yeah, that works. Okay. Awesome. Right, and they're doing all that. Okay. Awesome. That all works. That's all good. Okay. So I want to get down here and get all of this detonated out. Before we really put in the lower levels of pumps. So you know what? I guess if we're coming down here, we might as well make it worthwhile, right? So let's see. We'll keep the height. So we'll do triple dynamites here. All through this. Okay, so then these will be doubles. Okay, so then this is doubles. Right, so this is going to have to come down quite a bit more. But so let's see here. If we hold X, is this going to be far enough? Yes. Okay, so these are triples. These are the same height. Yeah, that kind of looks like a full square faintly. Yeah. Okay, so that means this all has to be triples, which means this is triples. So these are doubles along here. Hello. Okay, so all of these are triples through here. These are doubles. Yeah, doubles. Okay. Whew. Thought I was crazy there. Anyways, so those are doubles. These are triples. Okay, so those are. Yeah, so I mean, I guess we probably need to come in here and fix this now, right? So we've got another bad tide coming in. We'll just do this and leave that space out, and if we have to come and change that, then we can do that, right? Because this is going to come out this way. Yeah, okay, so we'll just leave that for now as it is. Right, so all of those being doubles, that means that this needs to be singles. So all right, we'll have all of this come out. Okay. All of this is going to take so much more dynamite than the 420 that we have. So let's see. Probably a good thing that we have bad tides now. So let's get explosives going, because we've got 4 times the amount of extract that we have explosives. So yeah, this is probably going to take another 10 to 15 cycles to get going. Right, so I'm also going to need to give them a way to get down here to do all of this. So let's see here. I'm going to take out, we'll do this one, right, and hide the water. Then we'll do this one, because then here I can get a ladder, right? So then that ladder gives us access from here into this one. Okay. And then again into this one. Perfect. So that reaches the whole thing there. This one we'll just do stairs. Right. So we'll get all that connected. Although actually, you know what? If I do this instead, put that single back there, have a ladder here, facing the other direction. There it is. Okay, so then this will be like this, right? And then we'll have that connected. Awesome. Okay, so that gives us access to pretty much the entirety of those upper levels. Right, so that means that the easiest way to get in here would probably be over here. Right, so we'll do the ladders like that and then connect those. Awesome, so now we can see this isn't connected. There it is. Okay, so yeah, now we can see all of this is reachable. Which means I need to come and bring a path over here. Right, all like that probably. Okay, another one here. That should be able to reach all of this then. Right. Yeah. Okay, so then let's see if we get rid of. Okay. I can probably just do a bridge along this one. So, right, what is that, a 4? Nope, 3. There it is. Okay, and then this here can be a stair. There it is. Okay, so then all of this is reachable. Perfect. Okay, so I do just want to do that. I think it would be a better idea to delete one of these and replace this with a ladder so that we can get this whole thing. Let's see, this staircase is going to give us access to all of that, excluding this middle portion, which will be an issue that we figure out later. Okay, so let's get this put in here, this path, right? And then Yeah, I think easiest option is going to be delete one of those. And then put ladders in here. With a platform and a shaft. Yeah. Okay, so get this collected here. Get all of this put in. Awesome. Okay, so then we'll bring our paths like we do. Right, get that connected there. Awesome. Bring this over. Bring this like that. Okay. So I don't think they're going to be able to build all of that, unfortunately, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well that fares. Okay, awesome. So we are, yes, awesome. Dynamite is climbing. Okay, so let's scroll down here and bring this over. There it is. Okay, awesome. That's still dirty. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so then, yeah, this will all get put in. Let's do this, though. Yeah. Okay, so that just means that this is going to have a sluice, making sure that no dirty water comes out of here. And I did also have a thought. I thought about, instead of having all of the bad water basically contaminate this whole little pond here, have the bad water route it with the levees, and then have it just come in straight out here. So you know what? Let's just do that, right? So let's see. This is gonna have to be single dynamite. There it is. Okay, single dynamite all the way across here. And then a levee there, levee across here. Probably levees like this, right? Yeah. So then we'll have bad water come out this way, go along. So then these can be sluices. So then we'll have close when contamination is above 1%. Yeah. Yeah, because then only the clean water will come out here. We'll fill up this one until it's full, which should be 6.7. So yeah, it probably did fill during this last temperate cycle, and this 0.7 or 0.07, excuse me, has just evaporated. Yeah, so that's, yeah, we're at that time where this is sort of an issue. Right. But yeah, I think that's fine now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to leave this running for quite a while because this is going to take forever to get built. But what I do need to do, though, is give them a way down here. So, let's see here. I think I'm just going to do a ladder like this. Yeah, and then have this get connected there. Because then this can be brought all the way around. So we'll do, you know what, let's bring this down here so we can actually see this. Okay, so this is going to have to be like this. This should all be reachable without bringing a path over, so I don't know why I did that. But anyways, let's just bring this all the way down, and we'll bring it back up over here. Which is totally unnecessary, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so that's getting built. Fantastic. Okay, so this ladder just needs to be put in, and then we can build everything down there. Okay, which it looks like, yeah, they're starting here. Just waiting on the planks, which are hopefully coming in soon. Yep, there it is. Okay, awesome. So yeah, now we can get down here and build all of that. Perfect. Okay, and this video is already over an hour, by just a few minutes. So I think this is now a good time to end, because I'm going to have to leave the game running for many hours, just letting all of this run, letting it all get put in. So with that, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.